Do you want to know why you're not a challenger jungler? It's because you literally AFK. This cross-mapping skill that I'm about to teach you will empower your jungling so you never get question mark pinged again. So let's watch what you do. Or don't do. In this Emerald game, the Viego sees the Lee Sin recalling after clearing his top side. So where will the stronger Lee Sin run at a base? To his bot side. And not only that, but Crab and Dragon are up too. This means that Lee Sin will spend a lot of time farming these camps. So as Viego clears down towards his bot side, what would you do after Wolves? Lots of you might say Grubs. Lots of you might say to contest Dragon. Because if you get first Dragon, you win 100% of games. Just stop. Because Lee Sin is likely to do Dragon, we cannot contest this not knowing if we will get there in time, nor win a potential fight with a weaker bot lane and against a stronger enemy jungler. So the only play we have is to clear Raptors and then Grubs. Now I know what you were thinking, why Raptors first? After Lee Sin likely does Dragon, he might think Viego is actually on Grubs, countering his Dragon play. So instead of running through mid lane, not knowing if he can stop Viego on Grubs, Lee Sin might look for Viego's bot camps. By taking away Raptors before going to Grubs, Viego has denied Lee Sin future counterplay, and when Lee Sin sees Raptors missing, is he really going to run to Viego's Krugs? Almost certainly not. If Viego was to run straight to Grubs after Wolves, then he might lose his entire bot side after Lee Sin finishes the Dragon. So Viego clears his Raptors, and look, Lee Sin appears ganking his bot lane. So what should he do after Raptors, knowing he can't save his bot lane? Grubs, which is what he doesn't do. This means the blue team, in exchange for 2 kills, got Krugs. The red team doesn't care, bro. In this diamond game, the Viego farms Raptors and all of a sudden the enemy Volibear shows top side. So what would you guys do after seeing Volibear? Farm your Krugs? Doing Krugs here when Volibear won't be bot side of the map for 30 seconds is a huge waste of an opportunity to take something he cares about. Ganking bot lane is actually the best reaction because this could potentially lead to 600 gold. But in this game, the Samira is so low and will not even be a part of the fight. So is it 100% that Viego and Rakan win against the full HP Caitlyn and Lux? No. So if we can't go bot, how about Volibear's bot camps? These are worth more than Dragon at this stage of a game, and Viego could easily start with Volibear's Wolves, then Gromp, and probably recall to go to Grubs because Volibear will likely check Dragon after seeing his bot camps gone, and start it with his much stronger bot lane. So Viego clicks towards Volibear's Wolves, oh not again. He tries to gank bot and walks through the likely water tri-brush and pixel brush, gets spotted and has to back to Krugs. FF. In this master game, after the Evelyn gets a grub and runs out, she sees the enemy Kha'Zix running towards Grubs. Also note that the enemy team is a lot further ahead, so any sort of team fighting is not good. So what would you do? Farm your Krugs? I am really struggling to stay calm. So the enemy team is going to get Grubs, while you farm your Krugs, but they have their own Krugs, So the only play to make is to look for a play bot side of the map immediately. The enemy jungler and even support will not be there to counter it. It should always start with trying to kill the side laner. So if Katarina shows while Evelyn is moving down towards Kha'Zix's bot side, don't worry about camps. Go and kill the Katarina. If the Katarina doesn't show, then at least you get Kha'Zix's bot camps or as many as you can. So Evelyn finishes Raptors and then runs to her Krugs. Let's just go into the next clip. In this platinum game, the Talon is farming Raptors and sees the enemy Jarvan start his blue buff. So what would you do? Recall to spend all this gold? Farm your bot camps? The enemy Jarvan is locked into farming his blue buff for about 15 seconds and you want to recall or farm your camps? Where could you be in 15 seconds? In his bot side jungle and very close to the Ziggs farming bot lane. Recalling here, even though Talon would buy a major item and a couple more longswords, gives Jarvan time to transition to his bot side. Therefore, Talon can no longer take Jarvan's camps nor kill the Ziggs. So Talon clicks towards Jarvan's bot side. Oh my, what's the day and time? The Talon makes the right move. Can you tell he's coached by me? Coaching links down below. He runs into Jarvan's bot side, but he should run towards bot lane straight away here. Can you see this wave? At this stage of a game, waves get cleared very quickly, so there is a chance the Ziggs clears this wave and backs off before Talon gets here. That would also mean Jarvan might be bot side to cover the gank by the time the next minion wave is in lane. Unfortunately, Talon clicks back and loses a few crucial seconds and the Ziggs survives. Mad respect though. In this diamond game, the Gwen is farming Raptors and then 3 enemy champions show top top lane ganking the Tryndamere. So what would you do? Run top to protect Tryndamere? Just don't log in again. The enemy mid laner, but more importantly, the enemy support a top lane. And you can also assume, because they are being so aggressive, their jungler is likely topside too. That means the enemy AD carry does not have a support to protect them, and because we don't really care about Tryndamere, who'll be fine in this game, why not stop the enemy AD carry from playing the game? I think that's probably a bit more important than giving your top laner moral support. What do you think? So Gwen finishes Raptors and clicks towards her Tryndamere. Do you want to see how it's really done? And if you want more of these videos, please leave a like down below. Thank you. In this game, I am farming my walls and grubs are about to spawn. Because I am likely giving up grubs to the enemy jungler, what should I do? Farm Gromp to sequence walls and Gromp because that's a law you have to abide by? Stop. I need to be making a play against the enemy champs, camps, or dragon while the enemy jungler is doing grubs, not after. So I click into the enemy bot side jungle. I see Galio holding the top side of mid, so I know the enemy Xin Zhao is 100% on grubs. Raptors are gone though, so I run down towards Krugs. I don't gank bot lane though because my bot is occupied farming a big wave under tower. By the time the Braum gets anywhere near Kalista, he might be already dead. So I want to gank bot when it resets. Before that happens, I check Krugs and do them, still thinking about ganking bot afterwards. But the enemy bot lane is missing, so what could they be doing? They probably think I'm doing dragon, knowing I haven't shown near their Xin Zhao and grubs. So I keep looking at the minimap and suddenly see the enemy Maokai show in the mid brush. We eventually catch Maokai and pick up the Galio as well. So we get 2 kills and Krugs in exchange for grubs here. If I did my Gromp after wolves, there is a good chance the enemy support wards or saplings this eyebrow brush or somewhere near it, and I get spotted, so I can then never take Zin's bot camps. It's impossible for me to then do dragon or gank bot lane after that. This is Kaos, multiple rank 1 EU West. As he finishes Raptors, the enemy Zac is killing his Veigar bot lane. So what should Kaos do? Farm his Krugs so they are sequenced with Raptors? It's time to seek help. He drive-bys his red buff and then runs to the enemy Aurora farming top lane. Can you guess what happens next? If Kaos does not do this, then Aurora farms the wave, recalls, and the enemy team is up a pure 300 gold from killing Veigar. This kill cross-maps what the enemy jungler was doing on the other side of the map, and because of that, it also evens out the gold. This is Canyon. After killing the Zeri, he runs away from the enemy Sejuani, and look at the time for me. It's 6 minutes already, and now look at the map. So what would you do? Would you recall and run to grubs? Surprisingly, I won't actually flame you for that, because you would be there at a similar time to the enemy Sejuani if they recalled and ran there. But if that happens, look at top lane, look at mid lane, no prio in both. This makes it a lot harder to even walk into the river, let alone hit grubs. So can you figure out what the best option is if we have to give up grubs? Well, doing the dragon is best here, but doing it straight away with Sejuani potentially still lurking bot side is impossible. So by doing Gromp first, Canyon gives Sejuani time to recall and run to grubs. So by the time he finishes Gromp, he can then move to dragon knowing it's free. This is what cross mapping is. Coaching links down below. Don't be shy. Bye.